Alright, I am back in the pen for another Recon, ZRL Recon ride. Chatting with Seb, see if he wants to do Discord. And so I'm set up for that, but we'll see. Might also get Peter to join us. But either way, it should be fun. Yeah, we can just sort of chat and text. That's probably easier for me anyway. Yeah, so this is Tair Dringfa Fechan. Who comes up with this stuff? It's awesome, don't get me wrong. But is it Welsh? Is that what they're going with? Okay, settle that. But it's super fun. Like, it's this very interesting new course. It's this thing where they do this custom course contest, basically. And people submit their entries and people vote. And this was the winner for round 2. Round 1 was that break fast crits and grits in Scotland. And this is the one here in Watopia with pretty good spicy course design. We're going to go up the KOM bypass, climb what I think of as sort of the reverse one, and what happens? I think we go up Helicon, reverse, but then bounce over to do like the bypass up there, and then up to the K1 forward direction banner, and so that's fun. And then back down, and then do a loop around, and end up on Titan's reverse with the finish at the top of Titan's reverse. So super cool, quite challenging without being kind of, well, like a different kind of challenging. With like compared to New York KOM, when we did Money Metropolitan, what else did we do? We did like one of the ones that went up the grade, the top of the grade, and very, very hard. So this is one where, there he is. Boom, where's my little wave emoji? Wait. Perfect. So let me just check, just to make sure Peter joined. Let's see if Peter is in. Can't tell. Says he's in, you can't see us. Fun, go to the front. Yeah, so okay, so what do we know? Oh yeah, okay, it's just sort of the the baseline of this event. It's a fence ride. It's not a race. This is just a Recon ride. These guys have done this the last few weeks. If you've seen my recordings, you know. It's a good format, particularly for the first look at a new course. I think Zeb and Peter have already done it. I think there's like more of a race. Maybe not a full gas race, but maybe a little bit more of an open format event where they could kind of light it up on different sections a little bit more. So I'm not sure we're going to do that today. The way they've done it the past few is they kind of leave the fence on until the end. So in this case, they'd probably leave it on for Titan's reverse, until Titan's reverse. Outline borders a little bit inconsistent, but we've got our Retro 3 boom kit on. So that helps. Alright, so yeah, so just kind of basic, pretty simple, boring rollout. And what needs to happen from here? Yeah, so this is going to go, okay, so this is going to go up, and then we're going to basically just go straight to it. This would be where we have the choice of going back up. Oh, Ned Bowen. Hey, Ned. Awesome, 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 awesome racer. Not in our division, thankfully. Give Ned a shot. It's impossible. 299 people. There it is. Yeah, so this would be, okay, right, this makes sense. I'm trying to like imagine in my head if it was like a right turn or what, but since this is the original path before they added the deserts, it makes sense. This just goes straight. This is the, before they even had the bypass. This was just the epic KOM. And then I'll hope you can climb here. So yeah, so you got the little ramp up out of the tubes under the water, and a flat stretch here. And so this is the question, right? Again, I guess really this is forward, like in the spirit of the epic KOM. This is sort of the forward, I guess, I don't know. But for whatever reason, it seems like various like popular courses that don't go up the KOM go up the other direction. But my memory is this direction is a little bit shorter, easier, something about it. Let's watch this gradient. Yeah, so Nightmare. And by the way, we'll have no power-ups at this point, as is reflected here in the Recon ride, because they dial in the same settings. So yeah, all right. So a little kind of annoying steep bit, but now we're into a stretch here. Well, it's hard enough, but You can find a rhythm. And then this is easier, easier, easier. Orange, 7. Try to respect the fence. Oh, I saw another kaboom. Well, I just said. We have the fence for Tuesday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, you know, that first burst and then, you know, this fairly lengthy stretch. And now it's up at 8. And it's going to be a little tougher on this corner. Memory serves. But again, we're all in the same place, same boat, no power-ups, fresh legs, 10%, 9%. Well, that's not too bad. And then how about this corner? It looks steep. 8, 9, 10, 9. Might vary ever so slightly where you are. Right to left, there's no steering in the ZRL event, so you can't feather your position. There we go. Hey, Peter. Doesn't show my responses once we're in game, unlike when you're in the pen, so you guys can't see, but I'm just asking him if he's in. Ah, there we go. Good, good. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so and now we're on this 3% bridge, and this like curves around, and you know, legs are tired, breathing super hard, heart rate is up, but so much relative draft here. So, you know, you really want to sort of figure out, you know, assuming that you've got the goods to. Yeah, that's the thing. There's Zeb right to my left. Peter said he was a little bit farther back, but yeah, so really at 3%, I mean now it's like that white 3%, I guess it's like the lower end of 3% instead of the yellow, orangish yellow 3%. So it means a couple things. It means, oh, there's Peter. It means that, you know, people can work and catch back on. It means that people at the front, if they're feeling really strong and can work together, can continue to set an aggressive tempo and see if any splits do permanent damage. It's pretty risky because there's decent opportunity both along this way, and then once we do the turn here, I think there is one little bit where it pips back up into the red just as we get to this intersection and turn right. So, you know, people really just get caught out and a gap forms. Then you got to get your calculators out, figure out who's in what group, and what is the trade-off, the payoff for trying to drop them. To the net effect of trying to lock in relative positions for the team points at the end. Because this is just a scratch race. No points along the way. Just the finishing position. Our team did really well. We won race 3 outright, and that was such an amazing feeling. So yeah, so a little spike up there. I honestly didn't quite have my eyes tuned to the corner. You know, we're not drilling it in this Recon ride, but now it's like this, right? And now you got to figure out where you are and what you got. And if you feel like you need to push. So this is at 6 going on 7K into the race. So 25K to go. With one more pretty tough climb in the middle. It will be broken up a bit, although that's always basically true of the cam rovers. But it's broken up in maybe a slightly different way with this clever way that they've done it. We'll see how that feels. I feel like psychologically, getting up that steep initial corner of the Helicon reverse, if you know you just need to make it to the left turn for the cutoff, that it makes a big difference. Just that little bit. Because right after the intersection, there's another little ramp, and it's small, but on the heels of the effort to get there, it can really hurt. You know, the feather doesn't quite cover as much as you want, but at that point, we'll all have feathers, so that's a factor. And then it becomes a question of, do you want to hold on to your feather, just survive the first bit, get to the bypass, and then drill it with the feather on that top half of the Helicon forward, because that could be a pretty darn interesting point to see who's still got legs. Yeah, let's see how it feels in terms of distance covered. I think we're pretty much going straight there. Oh, okay, Peter's in the Discord. I will run in there. Hey, Peter.
Oh, hi, Paul. How's it going?
Good, yeah. Zeb said he didn't have his headset, so we didn't jump on the voice chat right away. But I'm happy to have you in here in the ride with us. Thanks for joining. So as you can see, the effect of the fence is pretty dramatic. But
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't want a hard ride this evening, so I'm quite happy
yeah,
at the fence.
yeah, I did the epic race yesterday. That's all I needed.
I did drop off the back of the front group and did a
Totally get
quick
it.
bit of bread.
You bet. But for me, this is my first crack at this course, so good to at least get a feel for the pinch points, distances, and such. I know you guys already did it. So I was
Am
just...
I audible, by the way?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Okay, excellent.
Yeah. So I was just musing to myself that it's interesting to think about this, the hilly calm climb and the feather, and wondering if it makes sense to try to just survive the steep part, get to the bypass, and then hit the feather on the ramp up to the banner, and push them. I predict most people will use their feather on the steep part, and it's pretty easy to defend.
Sorry, Paul, are you suggesting using the feather on the first part?
Well, I think most people will use it on the first part.
In the Recon I did, a lot of people did, but I tried to keep it for the second part.
Yeah.
So I like, if I have a feather on a steep climb,
Yeah.
I like to use it just as a kind of maximum heart rate smoothing.
Yep.
And so is it? I mean, it's also more effective on the steep part.
Sure.
But in some cases, I'll use the feather where I think I'm going to be digging deepest, where I expect the B-bow to go negative or
Yeah.
heart rate to spike.
Yeah. So how did it feel? I mean, I'm not sure how fast you were going, but did you feel good about saving it?
Yes, I did. On the Recon. I guess the Recon's only 90
Sure.
percentage, but
Yeah. So I feel like you could really catch people out, because if they've used their feather, and it's intriguing. We should talk about that more, I think. First we got to get there together over the first climb. I think we have good chances.
yeah, that's right. I think the first climb will be fairly tough. I'm not in favour of doing an all-out attack,
Okay.
because I think there's a like Marco said, I think there's a high chance to get caught.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just kind of tracking that mentally as we were going along the bridge at 3%. It's pretty long, and then there's that the downhill on the bypass. So I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for motivated riders to catch back on.
Yes.
So survive the first climb, save some matches, and then maybe see if we can do some damage on the second climb.
I agree. I think it's best not to go all in on the second climb, but if we can say at 95%,
Yeah.
or even 98%,
Yeah.
get rid of some of the SDW guys.
Yeah. That's
With all of us surviving, that would be perfect.
yeah. That's really what it comes
And
down
I
to.
think, yeah. I think as you commented, they've got a couple of guys who are actually solid climbers, despite their high weight.
Yeah.
And okay, if we accept that those two will come with us, I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Right. No, exactly. We're thrilled. It's simple math. Like, even if let's say we have 5 and they have 3, we're in great shape.
Yeah,
As long as we don't completely crater the end.
Shame.
If it were truly just a straight up solo race, I would preserve everything I could and save everything for the final climb. the final segment.
Yeah.
But with the team dynamic, we really should pay attention to other opportunities along the way to stack the deck in our favor.
Yes, I agree. I think last week I thought we would do relatively better, but I didn't count on I didn't realise how many sprint points there were actually. I thought it was really one part.
Well, it hurt that the finish ones counted double, in a sense, for the top folks.
Okay.
I didn't actually track. But they also did good on fastest through segment. I don't know if that was on the climb or on the sprint or both. But, you know, I think the biggest lesson is that they want to win. They showed up. They didn't just, you know, do a average effort. They did a full effort. We also did a full effort. It was super close. But they're gonna have the same. They're gonna bring the same thing on Tuesday.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm enjoying the battle. I think we can win. I believe we can win. But, on my part, I'm going to put in maximum effort. But if they do end up winning, then all respect due to them, I guess.
Yeah, same.
What's a good battle?
Yep.
So I've taken it pretty easy today, and I'll have an easy day tomorrow.
Yeah, same.
Probably just put some gentle ride with the sharp intervals.
Yeah, I might just do like a zone 2 or maybe even nothing tomorrow. We'll see. Overall, I think I've recovered from the community races. That really tired me out.
Yeah, you awesome effort.
Thanks.
On all those community races.
It was. It's fun. It was a lot though. Thank you though.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to take, to be honest, racing every day like that.
It's funny seeing people doing the sprint here. There is no sprint, guys. But some people just like a sprint. All right, so I guess we should get our first feather here. Okay.
Said that we got voice. I said Paul and I voice.
Yeah, that's cool. He said his headset wasn't nearby, so he may not be able to grab a voice on the bike, but it's definitely good to give him a shout. And 314.
I don't know if you can hear me, but I don't have a headset.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hi Sebastian.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, we can hear. Oh, I can hear you.
Cool. Yeah, that'll work. We were just talking about the thought of saving our feather and not using it on this part.
Where did you get the tether from?
I guess the number one rule though is if you think you're going to get dropped, then use it.
Absolutely.
At least that's my.
Yeah.
But when I was less experienced, I'd get to a place like this and realise I was dropping, and then just hit it as an emergency measure,
Yeah.
and then it's half wasted on the downhill.
Right. Yeah. That's very common.
Now I just try to predict. If I think I'll need it, then I think may as well just hit it.
If you
Get
can,
the most out of it.
if you can keep an eye on the mini map, you start to see how much it's stretching out ahead at the head. That can be a pretty good clue. So yeah, so this would be the point, 5% feather, and then a nice solid big effort up this. And maybe not full gas, but if people are tired and they've used their feather already,
Exactly. So on the Recon, I hit the feather about here, I think.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And it worked wonderful.
Yeah. Still 16K to go or so, but a lot of spicy racing. We're gonna get the anvil, which makes the descent fast. Not sure if I really care about the draft.
It's again with the anvil. I think people hit it too early on the Recon.
Right.
But if the gradient's only minus 2% or even minus 2.5, I think anvil isn't giving you much benefit.
I agree. Yeah, like this would be way too soon. Someone's just going by me with an anvil. You really want to wait till you're by the big statue.
Sorry, Paul.
You want to, I think, like where you go by the big statue on the descent is where it gets steep. That's a good place to use it.
Oh, okay. I don't know the.
Oh, you'll know when you see it. It's like the huge. They're like. It's like. Yeah. Basically, we cruise along here, and then there's a little up ramp. And then.
Yes.
It's soon after that. Basically, the thing we just came up. Normally, you didn't just come up it normally, but the way this course is designed is so clever that we loop around and go right back down it.
Oh, I didn't clock that on the Recon. And that now you've said it, it's clear the symmetry.
Yep. I give him big credit, and I saw the third round contest is open, so we'll review those courses. But it's so fun to inject new courses into the mix. Alright, I'm a little far forward, so I'm going to try and honor the request to regroup a bit. Yeah, so this little ramp here, I'm at the ramp. But it's just too short to do any real damage. If anything, it's a good place to catch on if you're dangling.
I think it's important to try and keep some speed over this little ramp, because this is where people will start accelerating, and I think a lot of people will hit the anvil.
Yeah.
It's the gradient.
Yeah, so it's
minus 3.
yeah.
But
So
okay, I see the.
Yeah, that big thing. Yeah.
It's obvious.
Well, I mean, it's like it's not actually a meaningful part of the course. It's just so you can kind of look right past it and not think about it. But yeah, so still, I'm seeing anvils fired. It's still too early. So maybe in this pit, even though it levels out, it's not terrible. But certainly here, after this little bump.
So this is where.
Yeah.
So it's like -5.
Exactly. So where do we go next? Do we go over to the volcano?
It does look like the volcano. I just don't know the. I mean, it's embarrassing after all this time. I don't really know the routes because I don't pay that much attention.
I mean, I've been on Zwift since 2015, so I can. I have a lot of stuff stuck in my brain. Little ramp here, double ramp, not too bad. So people will push. If the anvils and all that, if there's gaps, people will just try to slam the door shut on little bumps like this. You really gotta stay on wheels and anticipate the action. I'm super intrigued for what the top two teams are going to be doing. They're sort of in exactly the same boat. So in a way, whatever we do and whatever they do are tied together. Like we might have a break that's great for us, but if it's bad for one of the top two teams, then the other team is gonna put everything they have to chase it down. So even without SDW's help, so it's pretty awesome, wild racing could be in store.
Yeah, that's right. HCT might put in an attack on the hill.
Yeah.
Because I think they're probably slightly better climbers.
Yeah.
Than the AMOs.
Than the BMOs, yeah. Dirty.
I'm not sure about the etiquette of planning something with those HCT guys. If we attack on Hillycom, I'm sure that they will come as well.
Yeah.
And the HCT guys.
Yeah.
But which suits us, I guess, as long as they take some pulls. Are both of you planning to use the Pinarello and discs, or are you?
Yeah, I really like these zip wheels that nobody else seems to like, the 454s, because they're a little bit lighter. But if you feel okay climbing with the disc wheels, they do a lot for most of the course. I think you could do the NV7.8. Those are popular.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we are going to attack on the hill,
yeah,
it might make sense.
Yeah. And Tron is not a terrible choice. I predict we'll see a lot of Trons.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is another bump that people might Stretch the legs on. These are usually ones that just hurt everybody but drop nobody. But what can you do? I mean, somebody's firing their feather here. It makes you wonder, you know, there could be some really weird ideas about saving power-ups, but I don't quite see how it can work.
So some people on the Recon did save their draft bands until the downhill into the banner, the feather.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like there isn't that much road between these two banners. So, you know, for some, draft is not a bad power up at all to have for Titan's KOM reverse. Right? So if you're just like, you don't think you're gonna be able to like be at the front, but you can just hang on, the draft lasts longer than the feather. And if you're hurting, that could save you quite a few places in the finish. So I think that's probably the best second strategy. Other than that, it's kind of a throwaway. I'd rather have the feather that you get at the next banner. Somehow I let myself get all the way to the front. I do not need that, even on a Recon ride. A little ramp here, nothing that matters. So at least in the last couple ones, when these guys, this team that hosts this particular Recon, they turn off the fence for like whatever they think it counts as the finish. So for Keith Hill, they did it at the bottom of Keith Hill. And I forget what the other one was, but they did it sort of just for the sprint. I guess in New York, they did it just for the last 1,500 meters or something. So I predict they'll do that. I'm still not gonna.
I think the organisers did say they'd switch off the fence.
Yeah, okay, good. I missed it, but yeah.
Items.
I'm not planning on drilling it. I know.
Yeah.
I know that effort pretty well at this point.
Okay.
But I will sort of go up into the orange surf wheels and see how it feels. Something like that. But don't let me stop you if you want to put a bigger effort in.
Sorry, Paul, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was going to say, if either of you guys just really do want to drill it, go for it. But
okay, I'm just going to do it at a steady pace.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Save the legs for Tuesday.
Okay, so if you haven't hit the draft band, remember to hit it now.
Yeah, good call. Now the rollers, are tough. There's a couple of kind of 30-second efforts that people start getting really spicy and want to mess with whatever group you're in. That could cause some damage even before getting to the segment. Usually I find that you can kind of just get by and then recover in the little downhills, but who knows?
I think there's good draft mostly.
Yes. Even on the segment. Absolutely. Like,
yeah.
If you're feeling like a superstar, you could get out in the wind and create a gap, but there's a lot of draft and there'll be a lot of thundering pace coming up behind you. So I'd absolutely rather stay out of the wind for at least the kind of bottom 2/3. And then, I mean, there's some absolute beasts in our field, so we'll see who's still around and who's got the legs, but I think you don't want to leave it too late either. I think it's a 1 minute effort more than a 15-second effort, but we'll see. Normally, I think this is the first time a race is finished at that top. So normally, mentally, you're just thinking like, just be there, near the front. And this time, it's all about leaving nothing left in the tank.
Yeah, so I just...
Falls flat always hurts a little. People burning their feather hair should have their head examined.
Oh, I didn't see anyone.
I see two up front, but of course, who knows who's doing this ride today? People just out for a laugh, or sweat dropped on their phone.
Yeah, exactly. I've done that.
Yeah, I did it in round one in whatever the Mayan thing was. They dropped the fence here. Okay. Well, that's fun. That gives people a chance to see how the rollers feel. All right. So again, I'm not looking to contest this, but I'm gonna pick up the pace a bit.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll pick up a little bit.
Someone still has their anvil.
But try to avoid going red.
Yeah. So this is sort of the last meaningful bump before nice recovery. And up here. Sort of a double bump, I guess. What is this bump counts to? It's just a Recon, but watch the feathers. See where people fire them. And see how it feels. Right.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a spicy end.
Yep. I wouldn't want it any other way.
It's just the right way. I could just go up at 700, 800 watts.
Okay.
But we should win this
I agree.
against any other
I
heavy
agree.
guy.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
can just fly up this one. Awesome.
All right. Oh, I got the badge. All right. Well, awesome job. I'm so glad you guys could join. This is super fun, and I
Yeah,
think
thanks for backing it up. Glad to do it again. It feels a lot. I think it'll feel a lot fresher in my mind.
exactly. Yeah, I'm really, really happy to have done that. And I have the video now, so I can also review it if need be. But yeah, it's going to be hard. But if we race smart, I think we're gonna have a really good good shot at it. They're gonna come to play, though. They're gonna come to race. So they're not gonna give anything away.
This is going to be height of my life.
Yeah. Well, just channel how great it felt after race 3. Channel that feeling, because that was amazing.
That was amazing. Yeah. Try and remember the feeling afterwards.
Exactly. When you're hurting.
It's not. Yeah. It's not impossible that we could win this again.
I agree. I agree.
The HCT guys are all strong. They don't have any climbing specialists.
Yeah, and
They're all experienced. Well, so I guess it will be hard, but it is possible.
Yeah, and they don't have any segment points. You know, there's no other points on the map. It's just the finishing. So we just make them earn it. Put the hurt in their legs, and I think we'll be in good shape. No, we'll see. We'll see what our lineup is, and but I'm really psyched. I'm really happy.
So good. I have to try and get a good night's sleep. I haven't been sleeping too well. Actually. I think it's one of the most important things for my race performance.
Yep. That's good. Good to think about. I agree. All right, well, I'm going to sign off. Great ride.
Okay, cool.
Great riding with you guys.
Cheers, babe. Cool. Right, have a good day, evening.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, have a
Right, wow. That was super fun. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure we got any stats that matter on this one, but click the buttons, do the things. That was fun. That was a really interesting course. Great recon. Thanks again to this team that Santi Siakapika Italian team that puts us on. I know there's sort of a rotation through the different events, but I've enjoyed these. It's a great time slot for me. Yeah, I mean, this was like nowhere near full gas, but also not just phoning it in. getting a feel for the legs, and yeah, man, it's kind of like any race. Well, any scratch race. It's what do you have left? How fresh are the legs when you need them at the end? With those two tough climbs in the middle, and I'm sure a lot of little spicy action in between. And then the rollers. It was cool that they turned off the fence when they did. Get a good feel for the reminder of where the pain comes there, because that's going to drain. You're going to get the heart rate spiking. It's going to drain the potentially get lactic acid in the legs and so forth. So a lot to think about there, but at the end of the day, just come ready to race, hopefully be fresh, and get her done. So if any of you watching this are racing on Tuesday, good luck. Hope you win, your team wins, as long as you're not in our race. All right, well, thanks for watching. Until next time, ride on.